Constructed by Tyne Iron Shipbuilding Company at Willington Quay for Joseph Robinson and Company of North Shields, the iron-hulled steamship Nymphaea measured 286.9 feet in length, 37 feet in beam, and 21.8 feet in depth. She was launched in January 1882. The vessel served under the Stag Line Fleet, primarily operating along ports on the eastern coast of the United Kingdom. On the evening of July 13, 1914, at 10 o'clock p.m., Nymphaea departed from the River Tyne, heading to Cuba in ballast under the command of Captain John Mouat. A seasoned mariner, Mouat had spent 14 years aboard the vessel, first as mate and then as master. Not long after leaving port, a heavy fog settled in, prompting the captain to anchor and wait for clearer conditions. By 5:45 a.m. the next morning, the crew raised anchor and resumed course. The weather was calm, and the voyage along Scotland's east coast appeared uneventful. As they passed Bell Rock, the fog thickened once more. At 9:47 p.m., a light was seen off the port side, which the captain and first officer believed to be the Girdleness Lighthouse. With the fog continuing to obscure other visual cues, Captain Mouat ordered regular depth soundings. The first two attempts yielded no contact with the seabed, as expected, but the third reading showed just 16 fathoms, shallower than anticipated. In response, the captain ordered the helm hard to port to steer the ship away from shore. Moments later, at 11:47 p.m., the Nymphaea ran aground. The ship grounded at Sturdy Head, just south of Whinnyfold, 12 miles west of her intended course. The crew was swiftly evacuated without injury, but the vessel, wedged between coastal rocks and listing to port, was beyond recovery. With salvage impractical, the Nymphaea was declared a total loss. During the official inquiry, Captain Mouat testified that the ship's compasses had been adjusted in February 1911. However, the deviation records from that adjustment had been lost overboard and were never replaced. As a result, it's possible that uncorrected compass errors contributed to the navigational mistake. Notably, the inquiry also documented two other ships that ran aground further south that same night, suggesting an abnormal tidal set in an easterly direction may have contributed to all three groundings. In 1994, the remains of the Nymphaea were found beneath the wreck of the city of Osaka by members of the Peterhead Sub-Aqua Club. The seabed is scattered with twisted metal, plates, and structural fragments, making it difficult to distinguish between the two wrecks. The depth at the site is just 12 meters, and constant swells generally result in poor underwater visibility.